Christopher Norris here from mining.com.au. Joining me today is EQ Resources CEO Kevin MacNeill. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks, Chris. Good to be here.
Kevin, some interesting news today with the acquisition of Saloro. Give us a little bit more insight.
Yeah, very big news for EQ Resources. It's been almost a year in the making that we've been working and doing DD and back and forth to Spain, and we've been stuck into the plant for the last month or so. So it's really a big acquisition for us, Chris, and I think that just the synergies around the two companies and the values is really quite important. We bring a lot of metallurgical experience to Salero that's required, and Salero bring a lot of good mining expertise and maintenance expertise that they can add value to us as well. So it really is a synergist project or proposal.
And how does the acquisition strategically fit into EQR's longer-term vision?
Yeah, it's really good. So we said from the onset we wanted to be the largest in the Western world tungsten producer. Tungsten is a very critical metal, and it's on some of the top of the lists of critical metals. And in the European Union, it is the most economic mineral that there is. So we see this strategic fit. And we've been working with the European Raw Material Alliance over the last few months as well. So we think they're very excited about this acquisition.
Now, Kevin, with Oaktree's investment at an approximate 30% premium, it underscores significant confidence in EQR's future. Can you expand on what this capital influx means for EQR's upcoming projects and potential future acquisitions?
Yeah. Like ourselves, Oaktree see the potential for tungsten, so we see this as a real growth story to get behind both these projects and certainly make them worth. And the refiners are crying for tungsten concentrate guaranteed supplies. A lot of the other projects aren't coming off that was planned to come off, so therefore they're looking at a shortage of tungsten in the future. So we see this as plugging the gap for that upcoming. We want to hit the ground running when that deficit hits.
And Oaktree is set to become a substantial shareholder in EQR. How do you envision their role in shaping the company's strategic direction in the coming years?
Yeah, so Oaktree will have a member on the board as well. So we understand, like we've been working with the company over the last couple of months in particular, very heavy, and there's a good fit. But again, I think they will bring a different level of professionalism into the operation and governance on their requirements as well. And as well as they're very focused on ESG like we are. So it's not an uphill push to get some of the projects on ESG that we have and Salero as well have. So we think that having a very large shareholder backing us is something that we required, that strategically required as well. So it's really nice. They have 179 billion. And they picked little EQR as a partner for their tungsten project.
And Kevin, while we've got you, what can mining.com.au investors expect to see from EQR over the next 3 to 6 months?
Yeah, so we're ramping up our production here. So we got into the open pit in the last month or so, and we've ramped up our production considerably from where we were doing the low-grade stockpile and tailings, and that ramp up is continuing into this month. And that's what we'll see from Carbine on Salero. We, like I said, have been involved in the ramp up for their metallurgical recovery in particular, and that's where we really seen the opportunity around the XRT sorting. And they have installed one XRT sorter now and have provisioned room for a second one. So we think that'll be sort of a first move, is that we'll quickly move to getting a second XRT and a third and a fourth probably. It's quite a large operation there. So it does work very well on their ore, and we think this is sort of a game changer for tungsten and making more Western tungsten operations more economic by using XRT sorting.
That was EQ Resources CEO Kevin MacNeill. Kevin, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Chris.